Hi, I'm Randy Pierson, Vice President of Life and Annuities for Gordon Marketing, and with me today I've got Ray Parman, our RVP in the life insurance side of the department. And today we're going to be talking about tips and tricks how to be a more effective salesman in the area of final expense. Stay tuned. All right, Ray, so final expense sales, right? Agents working in the older age market, in my opinion, need to be, certainly should be familiar with final expense and its key role in meeting the needs of those senior clients. In a broad sense, I mean, what are some of the things that we're going to talk about on this video? What do you think can really help these guys?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. It's a line of business that goes hand in hand with other areas of opportunity. They might be working in the Medicare realm. They might be working with folks on annuities, but final expense is a very, very critical, valuable policy to have to take care of those end of life type of expenses, funerals, paying off remaining debt, taking care of anything like that. It just brings that financial peace of mind to the table. So I think it's a very, very important thing. And I wanted to talk about some tips and tricks for people that are either in this already or looking to get into final expense more prevalently to really kind of up their game and give them even more of a chance to make this year one of their best years ever in final expense.
We work at Gordon Marketing, and it's no big secret. Gordon Marketing is one of the leading IMOs out there in the Medicare space. And so most of our agents work in that over 65 market. And it certainly, you don't have to ask many questions among consumers, age 65 or older, to find out that one of the things that happens during that transition to retirement, you get a little older, you leave an employer, one of the things that you lose from that employer-employee relationship is their what?
Insurance.
Is their life insurance,
yeah, absolutely.
Right? And so it amazes me how many agents that I talk to doing Medicare that don't ask that simple question. Hey, what happened to your life insurance when you left your employer? Do you currently have life insurance? And if they did, they would find the doors would open dramatically to that whole market segment, right? So let's just, from this point, assume that we've got agents watching this video that are smart enough to ask those questions, right? So let's throw out a few of those tips and tricks. I mean, what are some of the things that we can bring to the table? We can help those agents become more effective at selling final expense.
Sure, you bet. Well, we need some willing participants, first off. And secondly, we can absolutely hook them up with the appropriate resources to get in front of people. We have some really nice leads vendors that we work with that we can recommend. I'd say, obviously, you're looking for folks in their 60s. I'd say slightly outside the box, you might be able to find people even in their 50s that are just interested in having a smaller death benefit to leave to their loved ones to maybe as a gift, again, the final expense, type of obligations that somebody might contend with as well. So that's just kind of a slightly outside the box kind of thought there, aside from the typical, client profile, if you want to call it that. So,
one of the tips that I would throw out there that I think is very evident from somebody on the inside looking out is the broad range of final expense products that we have. Most agents might think, well, everybody's final expense is the same, right? But that's not really the case. I mean, we probably have, at last count, something like 20 plus final expense carriers. And I'll guarantee you not every one of them is the same. Some are more competitively priced than others. Some of them have slightly different designs among their products. But I'll guarantee you that almost every one of them has certain niches within the older age community that they're better at underwriting, extending offers to, or providing a more streamlined application process.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. And there are some of those nuanced differentiators amongst the carriers, and it's really going to depend on the particular client circumstances, the amount, their medical history, their prescriptions that they take, and we can help disseminate what that is.
Yeah.
And, don't feel compelled to actually know all 20 plus carriers. Sometimes it works better if you just kind of boil it down to maybe 1 to 4 solid carriers to offer that intimately that you can offer up to your clients too.
I think that's fabulous advice. I'm a huge proponent of being really familiar with 1 or 2 carriers so that you'll feel more comfortable in that selling process. But when you do come across those clients who maybe have an ailment, have a medical history that might preclude them from getting your favorite carrier, we've got a tool that can help them navigate that underwriting spectrum, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And this kind of helps shore up the sales process too. It's called Best Plan Pro. It's something that you can get access to yourself. But yeah, basically it really takes the client's particulars, their prescriptions that they take, as well as their medical history too, and can really take a rifle approach to getting the right carrier, the right products, and it lists it out obviously by price too in ascending order. But it really kind of helps pinpoint where to go with this, and if it happens to fit in your wheelhouse of the carriers that you're contracted with, that's perfect. But if there's somebody else that shows better, we can absolutely get you set up to take that application.
Yeah, and that piece of software is available to every agent doing business with Gord Marketing. But the best news about it is that they get a discount, right? They get a pretty substantial discount if they buy it through Gord Marketing.
Yes, it is. It's we have a pretty significant discount. It's $20 a month for the subscription, so it's not a huge financial investment into your business, but it's something that could really make your sales process that much more efficient, and ultimately over time, drive more revenue with more accurate sales into your pocket there.
Yeah, versus the street price of $49.99.
Actually, it's $60.
$60.
Yeah,
I guess they increased it. So,
yeah.
And by the way, we don't make a dime off that.
No,
right?
no, not at all.
Dime off your $20. What about marketing? Our time is quickly running out, but let's talk for a moment about marketing. What are some of the best ways that you found in chatting with agents to market in this final experience?
There's different ways to go about it. Of course, you can buy leads. You can absolutely do that. And like I said earlier, we have some vendors that we prefer to recommend. But if somebody's willing to do so, you can get engaged in your own community. You can participate in community events. You can host educational, informative get-togethers, perhaps at the local library, maybe at a church that will allow you to do so as well. And social media, let's not forget about that, right? It seems like everybody's doing that these days. I think Facebook's kind of the place for the older crowd. At least that's what my 18-year-old tells me and my wife.
Yeah, sure.
But even my parents who are in their 70s are actually out there on Facebook as well. Maybe not so much on TikTok, but that is where that's at. They're going to see any sort of information out there. And I know we have carriers that actually have some co-brandable pieces that you can actually put out there too. So definitely something I would like to talk to you about if you're interested.
Yeah, let's bring this thing full circle as we call this episode to an end and talk a little bit about Medicare. One of the best ways that I have found in chatting with agents to open the doors to more robust final expense sales is to talk about Medicare, right? When folks turn 65, one of the least known or understood aspects of their older age financial health is making right choices as it relates to Medicare. And that Medicare sale can lead directly to a final expense sale. And by the way, we've got a new product that we're getting ready to roll out this spring that combines Medicare supplement with final expense. It has incredible rates, super competitively priced, provided by one of the best carriers out there, incredible commissions, bonuses. It's a product that if you're an advisor that really wants to grow their business in general and is willing to expand within the Medicare supplement arena as well as final expense, you need to reach out to us. So you can contact Tim Lube, you can contact Ray Parman within the Life Department, or myself, Randy Pierson, and we're more than happy to get you contracted and get you set up with that carrier. But for now, Ray, we need to call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. I want to thank all you guys for watching. Make sure you click subscribe at the bottom of this video so you'll be sure and hear about our new episodes coming out every Tuesday. But for now, happy selling.